Very much appreciate everybody being here. Hopefully we'll all keep our constituents in mind as we move forward. Thank you, everybody.
All righty. Okay, so let me do a quick summary of what's happened here, and then we'll wrap it up and we'll go to the main show. This will only take 10 minutes. I'm playing. All right, here's the situation. Okay, look. Am I glad that they wound up doing this healthcare summit? Yes, I am. I think it was instructive. I was not sure that it was going to be interesting or that there were going to be real ideas discussed, and I was concerned that it would be mainly political. Was there a lot of politics? Absolutely. But were there some real ideas? Yes, and even from Republicans. Here, I'll give you 4 ideas from the Republicans that I liked. Tom Coburn had the undercover patient idea. Sounds funny, but it's a decent way of maybe trying to look at fixing fraud in the Medicare system. All right, worthy of consideration. Paul Ryan made a good point on, hey, you know what, they're playing with the numbers a little bit here. In terms of why it actually reduces the deficit, well, that's because you're getting 10 years worth of money in, but only 6 years worth of money out because all of this starts in 2014. That's a very fair point and an interesting point for ensuing years after that. McCain had the point about, hey, why does Florida get this Medicaid exemption? And everybody agrees to that, and Obama instantly agreed to it. They shouldn't get it. It was part of the deal-making that they made, but that's got to be removed. And then they had an interesting, as they said over and over, philosophical difference on whether there should be a baseline of coverage in the exchange. So everybody goes in the exchange, and the current Democratic bill says, all right, but this is the minimum that you can offer if you're in the exchange. And I think the Republicans had a decent point. I think it was Enzi who said, hey, you know what? Maybe we can do the exchange and then clearly identify. These are the ones that meet the minimum requirements, and these are the ones that don't, but you can still buy the ones that don't meet the minimum requirements. All right, you know what? I can live with that. I mean, that's at least an interesting idea. If those are the compromises that they offer, let's shake on it. We got a deal. Now, the problem, of course, is, and that is the central problem of this whole process, is that the Republicans will not shake on it. You can give them that, and as Democrats pointed out over and over, they accepted 150 Republican amendments in the Senate version of the bill. And out of the 10 GOP proposals in the House, in the Senate bill, 9 of them were accepted. 9 out of 10, okay? And they still say no. So at the end of this summit, will the Republicans say no? Of course they will. And you can give them this and that, and you can give them everything you want, and they're not ever going to agree to it. So that brings us to the next stage. I mean, if you talk to me about who won and lost this summit, I thought the Republicans won the first half of the summit. The Democrats made some really good points in the second half. If people were listening, if people were watching, if they got an accurate sense of it. Now, I say the Republicans won in the first half, and maybe even overall, because you know what? At the end of the day, I guarantee you what the media is going to call it. They're never going to have the courage to say one side made better points than the other. They're going to call it a draw, right? Everybody knows it, I guarantee. You go to CNN right now. You go anywhere you like. You'll go read the newspapers tomorrow. Everyone will call it a draw. Oh, they made some points, and the other ones made some points, la, 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 la. And the Republicans will come back saying the same thing. Oh, look, nobody's convinced. We have philosophical differences. We have some agreements and disagreements, so let's just scrap the whole thing. So that leads to that final point, which is what Obama said at the very end. Look, we're not starting over. You're crazy if you think we're starting over. We just spent a year debating this thing. So we'll give you an extra couple of, things that you wanted, and some of them are reasonable. Okay, then you got to sign on the dotted line, and if you don't, well, that's a sad day for you because we're going to pass this damn thing, okay? Now, you can whine and cry all day you like about reconciliation, which you used over and over when you were in the majority. But we're doing it, okay? Because you're always going to filibuster it, and you're not going to come out of this summit magically thinking, oh my God, Obama convinced me. Okay, where do I sign? Get out of here, right? So look, if you don't sign up, that's it. I'm going to steamroll your ass, okay? Now, I do it a lot stronger than Obama is, whether it's on the process or whether it's in the policy. I'd put the public option in there, et cetera, et cetera. But no matter what, once they have done this part, and they are damn close, they did the summit, now they might adopt an extra couple of Republican proposals, And then so it'll go from 150 Republican amendments accepted to what, 160, 170, and then you draw the line and you pass the damn thing. Okay? That's how this thing ends, and it, I think, will actually end relatively quick after this, because all the debating is done now. It's officially over. Okay? Here, I'll even pound the gavel. Okay, pass it, and let's move on. All right, more in the regular show. Of course, that's at 7 o'clock Eastern. It starts. Howard Dean will be on to analyze this. I'm very curious as to what his response was. Hopefully, James Clyburn will be on, who was at the summit, and we have some other amazing stories as well. Young Turks.